Chapter 235. When Emma suddenly questioned her, Alex's mother-in-law, Elaine, lost her temper and said, "You're still the granddaughter of the Richard family no matter what happens. Besides, your grandmother has already apologized to me and admitted that she acted that way in a moment of confusion. She said that Harold was the one who instigated the discord and she has already punished him severely. What else are you dissatisfied about?" Emma replied angrily, "So what if they apologize to us?" I understand my grandmother's character and personality. Even if she apologized, it was definitely not a sincere apology. She's only apologizing because she wants me to return to Richard Group and fix the collaboration issues with Diamond Group. Elaine tried to persuade Emma at this time. Don't think so badly of your grandmother. We're still family no matter what happens. How could you still hate her after so long? I am not related to anyone in the Richard family, Emma replied angrily before she continued, I'll never go back to work for the Richard Group. What do you mean by that? Elaine said in dissatisfaction. Your grandmother has already realized her mistake. Do you really want an old woman like her to apologize to you? After that, Elaine continued speaking, in order to prove her sincerity, your grandmother has also given me a gold necklace and 2 jade bracelets. Mom, you can just admit that the only reason you want me to go back and work for the Richard Group is because you're greedy and you want to keep the jewelry Grandma has given you. Emma replied in a frustrated tone before she ignored Elaine and walked to her bedroom immediately. Alex followed behind Emma without saying anything at all. At this time, Elaine started complaining in the living room. Look at your daughter. Unexpectedly, Trump ignored her too as he turned around and walked away. In the bedroom, Emma was still very frustrated and she could not help but complain to Alex. I really did not expect the Richard family to use jewelry to win over my mother. Don't you know that my mom is always very materialistic? As soon as the Richard family gave her some jewelry and said some nice things to her, she got overwhelmed by greed and instantly forgot how they had insulted us back then. Even though Alex was also very unhappy, he knew that he should not be speaking ill of his mother-in-law. Therefore, he could only persuade Emma, when we fell out with the Richard family, your mother was not there with us. Therefore, she doesn't know how despicable the Richard family are. At this time, Emma quickly asked Alex, then, what should I do if my mother wants me to go back and work for Richard Group? Alex replied, you should consider what you really want and make this decision on your own. I will support whatever decision you make. Emma nodded before she replied firmly, I think so too. I want to start my own business so I'll be able to succeed based on my own abilities. Alex smiled before he replied, I think that's a good idea. It would be great for you to start your own business and advance in your own career. As they continued talking, Alex thought that he would invite Matthew from the Lane family, Adam from Orem Grand, the mobster boss, Stephen, Faria from the Adair family and Hazel from the White family out for a meal so that he could introduce Emma to them. After all, he needed them to help him to look out for his wife when she started her own business in the future. As he thought about this, Alex suddenly received a phone call from Faria. Faria greeted him respectfully over the phone and said, Mr. Anderson, it's me, Faria. I was just wondering if you're busy now. Alex replied, No, Miss Adair. What is the matter? Faria quickly replied, Mr. Anderson, my grandfather has fallen ill recently and no one can tell what's wrong with him. I was wondering if you could make some time to come over to my grandfather's house and take a look at him? After that, Faria said again, Please don't worry. We'll definitely pay you well for your consultation fees. Alex thought about it for a moment. Faria was the eldest daughter of one of the most prestigious families in Oris Hill. When Emma started her own business in the future, he might need to ask Faria for help from time to time. Therefore, Alex quickly agreed to help her without any hesitation at all. All right then, I will come over tonight. Faria quickly replied gratefully, okay. I'll pick you up tonight. Okay. After hanging up the phone, Alex turned around and told Emma, I will be out with a friend tonight so I won't be having dinner at home. Emma nodded and she did not ask much. However, she reminded Alex, do not give anyone any more feng shui advice when you're out. Otherwise, you will be in a lot of trouble if anyone calls you a liar. Alex smiled before he replied, don't worry, Emma. I know what I should be doing.